Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? So, Data Slasher Die, or wait, yeah, Date Alive is back, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm mostly gonna say gentlemen, I'm guessing, watch the show more than ladies, you know what I'm saying? But this show is definitely one of the more interesting animes that I am seeing getting a season 3, and it's also making me very hopeful for these types of animes that have been out for quite a bit and also have seemingly been under the radar for me, but that's why I love having the fans that I do. I have people out there that watch all variety of types of animes and genre that I get information about shows that I started watching back when they started and I didn't even get to finish. So for this series, I never actually had finished I finished season 1. Actually, no, I was on the last episode of season 1 and I hadn't even didn't even know there was a season 2. And next thing you know, people when I was making my videos told me that a season 3 was coming. So what did I do? I watched everything religiously and I caught up as quick as possible. But with this week's episode, I truly love this new character. Even though she is by far one of the crazier ones out of all of them, and that's saying something. And by crazy, I'm thinking she's really crazy just because of the case of like, not only did the kid kind of like go and he was being pretty nice to her. Like there was not much he was doing in a negative way, and regardless, she still was like giving him no chance to really she was giving him no chance towards the end anyway. But in the beginning, they were both having a good time, and I had to actually rewind it and go see if I missed any tiny detail, because that's what the show likes to do sometimes. They'll just throw in little things that if you don't pay attention to it, you miss out altogether. But I mean, what I saw wasn't like, oh my god, the game changer of the world or anything like that. But um, from what I saw, this whole like her sneezing and breaking like a spell on herself straight up like messed up everything, and because wait, are they not fighting me because we're friends? No, they'll fight me, right? Um, but yeah, overall they pretty much were on good terms, and then next thing you know, they're just oh, they're not gonna fight me. How sweet. They're just going, she's sneezes and she completely hates the guy, like she's enjoying all the compliments, all these different things, and next thing you know, um, they're bitter rivals and she hates him for everything. I think this is just one of these good characters that she can feel like she can own the whole entire show now. And I say that because the way I've watched the last season with the girl who was a singer and the idol and stuff like that, her overall arc was relatively long, in my opinion. Like, she definitely was more, um, like, she had a lot more attention than some of the characters out there that we've seen, just in general. And because of that, it felt like they could have drawn her out longer. And I'm not saying I wanted that. I'm just saying that the way that she all of a sudden like just started asking the girls questions about, like why you are with him and what do you see in him and all this stuff, and they're giving lame answers, but then they started giving the real ones. Um, it made a quick note for me to see that that is clearly what like a real woman would want, like if she saw potential but she couldn't understand it, and there was other people around that saw the same thing that she was trying to see. Why not ask the people? So that's what I mean. Like that part felt like it could have came at any time of them like drawing it out if they really wanted to. And I'm not someone that's actually read the manga, and you also should be careful when going into the comments section in here, just in case we talk about some really deep detail stuff that I asked a question about, because I have a question already. Um, is it possible for this girl, this witch, Nagami, uh, Nagami-sama, is it possible for her to own a whole entire season? Because even the art kind of alludes to that, which is what was my problem with it initially. Like, you look at the artwork and it looks like this thing was catered to her, just like tormenting and doing whatever she's gonna do throughout the show. So that's what I wanted to know. How long of an arc will she have? Is it short? Is it long? Is it medium? Something like that. It could be simple, so it's not even that bad of talking about it. Or if you guys don't know, it's all good. Let's find out together. Um, but yeah, man, I truly love her design. Like, she reminds me kind of a girl from Soul Eater. She was like she was a witch and she was a cat at the same time. And I think I've said enough. So, but yeah, with her design, with her way of like asking the question and being so bold in front of him, like the first time they met, I loved everything about her. And then she just like sneezes and she's completely unlikable all of a sudden. Like, I guess not unlikable, but she's definitely unreasonable all of a sudden and on just edge. And she even said, "You saw me," as in like whatever that transformation she was in was something she was embarrassed of, like something she honestly, if she was capable of no one seeing her while she's like that. And there's another character I like this in another anime, if you want to know, because it sounds familiar or something. It was an elf girl that at a certain day of the time or day or night, she would just all of a sudden go into this dainty girl act, and she had no real control of it. It was something that transpired when she came to the world that she's living in to that day. So it's very interesting that they have like certain. She has all of these characteristic of characters that I truly like fell in love with and like watched the end of their series of. So um, it that's one reason why I'm like very interested in how long this could even possibly last. Because sure, she could become part of the group, but also when the girl who was the singer joined the group, she wasn't much of like a um I don't know, like, well, she joined the group at like the end of the series, so we didn't even really get to see how she was gonna be besides like how she acted today. It's pretty much as we saw of her acting previously in this last season. She didn't really do much of anything else but sing when she was winning, and then when she stopped winning, the series ended, and everything, we were waiting for this. So we haven't really gotten to see like how else she acts besides just wanting to kiss everybody because she's into women and men. So, well, only him as a man, supposedly. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, they could have at least told us that. Like, does she think other men are attractive now that um she's into him, or is it still only him and all women? Because that's what it seems like it comes off as. So, and that's very hard to tell when you just have to go off a head canon. But it's whatever. But yeah, the only reason I'm talking about everybody is because there wasn't much in this episode besides, of course, our main character messing up like an idiota, and then the witch pretty much gets revenge by becoming him and pretty much touching any and everybody he has a relationship with. Which was so messed up when the guy shows up around the corner and he's just like, I didn't know, I was scared when you came up to me like that, man. I was like, oh, hell no. Not to mention she already like grabbed all the. She said, "I can't even get married now because of what you did to me. You need to take responsibility." Like they just started getting more and more just dark, like 'cause she was going further and further with people. So uh, it was just funny to me to think that she had like the audacity to even do something like that without, you know, she's literally the one doing it, so she's actually experiencing it. So not only was she just like grabbing on his favorite girl's opis, she also did it to like she took the twins like underwear and sprayed one with water and stuff. Like she's really going in this week. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like her character is hilarious, and now to end this video and to end like how much I love of this character, or just like how interesting she is she has the magic to turn into him, but somehow they figured it out. But because he's so important to them, because he's like this person that they adore and can't live without, they can live without each other. And I think that's kind of the smart direction she went when she figured out that, hey, if they can tell this guy's temperature, and can count how fast he blinks, like they didn't even go with like the lame stuff of like, oh, every time I show my underwear, he would not be interested in something like that. They could have did that. And they're like, nah, we're gonna do, these girls are straight up psychotic. These girls know when you blink, how you blink, if you blink too fast, if you blink too slow, if your freaking temperature is off, or like, oh hell no, you need to get those girls checked, bruh. But yeah, that was amazing tactics on her already. First episode, she's been cute, she's been crazy, she's been smart, and she's been absolutely hilarious. I just can't wait to see what this girl has up her sleeves, or what she's even planning to do next to get back at him, because it's actually made my day. But yeah, I'm not sure if this episode's going to get much of a rehaul, seeing how this one is considered to be a pre-air. So with it being a pre-air, I honestly don't know if I'm going to, when it comes out again, I just will have a day off because I've already done it. Just for like, for the if you guys haven't been here or were here, another anime came out and it was a pre-air, and I went and watched a little bit of the subtitles. And the only other thing too this show didn't have was an opener and an ender, and it was still like 24 minutes long. So this is actually relatively seeming like a decent length first episode as well. So that's another reason why I didn't want to go through every single thing. But if you guys do find anything in the um, non-pre-air when it comes out, like I'm guessing like next week maybe, or whenever it's actually supposed to air, I suppose, let me know in the comments of this video if you guys remember, and yeah, we'll talk about it if it makes a bigger difference, or if it's just even funnier, because I just think this was more of like a comedy episode. And not to mention that this girl put some like spell on herself, or someone put a spell on her to make her act the way she was, and maybe it wasn't anything she wanted anyone to see, or maybe the reason why she did it as well is the only time she can make houses and make like actually create, and just like, she shot missiles, came at her out of the sky, and she turned them into freaking carrots. Okay, um, maybe only when she's in that state of like mindset, like she's clearly seemingly has two split personalities, it feels like they're going for. um if not, then that spell completely just changes her overall. And I want to know if you guys think it's something she did to herself, or something someone else did to her. And like why is she like embarrassed of it or gets mad in the first place. So with that, my anime people, thank you so much for the support. I will talk to you guys in the next one if you choose to subscribe, or if you choose to unsubscribe and you want to watch just the videos and support, or just not even watch the videos anymore. Thank you guys for what you gave to me whenever you give it to me, because at this point in time, if I don't have the most subscribers, if I don't have the hugest community, it doesn't matter to me, because I still have great people that I've met just from doing this alone. So no matter my subscriber count, no matter my views count, if you guys are watching, if you guys are commenting, that's enough for me. And yeah, thank you so much for even giving me the chance to own some of your time. So yeah, with that, my anime people, I hope you have a great rest of your day or night. Alright, peace.